Hi, I'm Adam from KinSoul Studio, and I'm here to show you our new game, Alkemia, Destiny's Recipe. Let's take a look at what's inside the box. So we have on top here, this is our character and powers book. It's going to show you about each of the alchemists. There are 6 characters to choose from, and also it's going to describe some of our item powers. You can run through and read a little bit of the flavor text behind each of the powers and what they do. Next here we have the instruction booklet. The Alkemia instruction booklet can look a little intimidating at first. It's a large looking book, but you'll notice as soon as you start flipping the pages that there's a lot of big graphics there and a lot of excellent description to help you begin your journey through Alkemia. Set that aside. We have our character sheets next. The character sheets are going to sit in front of you during the game, and they're going to help you in a variety of ways, keeping track of various things like seed cubes, your foraging field movement, your item tile, and artifact placement. I'll set that there to show you where items go. Next is the actual foraging field itself. This is a fun replayable part of the game that we really enjoy, is that you're going to set this up differently every time, most likely. We start with our town tile there, and then you'll be passing around the table to the other players, the other alchemists, and each one will place a tile. Just make sure that while you're placing them that an arrow touches another arrow, and you'll be building your field here, your foraging field, and it's really going to turn out differently every time you sit down. So it's kind of a fun little way to make this a very replayable, fun game to come back to. And we'll set those aside there. Next I'll show you the character pieces which go on the foraging field. I have here, for example, Anarette, so of course she would have the blue character token. We'll place her right in the town tile there. Other things going on your foraging field. We have the beast character. He is a special fun little nuisance that you'll find. You'll get to read more about him. We have our item tokens. The item tokens you'll be using for specific powers. They'll end up using those to track where you're using them on the board. Here. We use this here as our first player token, just to track who the first player of the round is. This is depicted here is the crest of creation. This is the item that you're trying to craft to become the next grand alchemist of Alkemia. So just a picture there to show you what the final item you're trying to craft is. It'll be used to track who is first player. Okay, so you have your field is being laid out, your character is on the field. The character moving on the field is going to be drawing from, at first, tier 1 items. You'll notice we have 5 different colors for the 5 different elements in which you'll be drawing from. We've got water, we've got ether, air, and we've got fire and earth. So of those 5 decks, you'll be drawing from them as you're moving throughout the field. Go to the water tile, draw a couple of 1 or up to 3 of your item type there. You'll be tracking those movements right on your character sheet using this. Each character in play will get to track their items, so you'll move along the field, and as you're moving, you'll count those, and you'll also be counting as you gather. So in this case, let's say it's moving from this tile to this tile, so that's 2 costs. We'll kick it down 2, and then move over to here, kick it down another 1. This is our air deck. So if we want to draw from our air deck, then we could take 1, maybe 2. If I take 2, then I track it down that way. So you're going to use your tracker to track your foraging field movements, both moving and gathering. So with those items that you've been drawing, you're going to want to head over to the trading posts. depicted by these types here. The trading posts are where you're going to acquire your tier 2 level cards. These are recipes that you're going to be acquiring. You'll notice that they all have these icons on them. These icons are also found on the elemental cards you've been drawing. So you've got your fire element, and then you've also got an item type on each of the cards. So when you're going through and you're playing, you'll be utilizing both the item types and the elemental types to craft a recipe. So at this point, when you've crafted a card, crafted this recipe and created it, you get the item power, so that's fun. That'll help you in your play throughout the game. Also though, important part, each time you craft one, you're going to draw from the tile bag. The recipe tile bag is, you'll draw randomly from it and add it to your character sheet each time you craft an item. Now what this is doing is, each time you craft an item, you reveal yet another ingredient. In revealing an ingredient, you're finding out your final recipe, what you need to craft the crest of creation and become the next Grand Alchemist. So it's a reveal as you go kind of thing, another nice kind of replayable thing, different every time you sit down. As you go along, you'll be wanting to satisfy the recipe ingredients, and we'll signify that by flipping it over, and then it's therefore satisfied. When you get about halfway through, then you'll be acquiring what we call the artifact. An artifact which is set randomly each time here. When you craft that third token, you get to flip this over, and that's a whole new in-game power that you'll have that'll help you along the way. And that will actually accelerate you to the end quite a bit faster. So you'll craft that, and then you'll continue going down, creating items, drawing tiles, fulfilling the recipe, and then in hopes of crafting the crest of creation, which again, looks like this. Well, that's it. Thanks for checking this out. I'm Adam from KinSoul Studio, and if you have any questions at all, you can feel free to email us or go to our website, kinsoulstudio.com. There you'll also find that we're working on our second game called Steep Seers. That's in the works currently, and definitely check us out on our website or Facebook or any of the other platforms we may or may not be on, and see what we got going on, because we're going to keep creating games and hopefully you'll keep playing them.